Hello and welcome, sports fans. This live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. And we'd ask that you support their businesses when you can. I'm Terry Ross along with David Alvarez coming to you live from Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. We get set for a baseball matchup between the Crater Comets and the Ashland Grizzlies. Coverage today is being brought to you by Table Rock Sports, Oregon's leading provider of live high school athletic streams through our Lithia Superstore Game Center at TableRockSports.net. And we'd like to welcome all who are listening to today's game. Our sponsors are the ones that keep these events free for fans to enjoy, so please let them know you appreciate their support. And Table Rock also invites you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We say thank you to the over 4,500 fans who have already done that. The Abby's Pizza pregame show, they have locations to serve you throughout Southern Oregon. You can make Abby's Pizza your post-game stop with a menu that covers all your family favorites. Abby's is an Oregon post-game tradition since the 1970s. We'll see you after the game at Abby's. Ashland comes into this game now 11-10 overall, as they just won the first game of this doubleheader. Now 8-6 in conference play. Meanwhile, Crater is now 17-7, 9-6 in conference play. Crater is ranked first at the moment. We'll see how that holds up after tonight's doubleheader, but they are ranked first right now in the state. Interestingly enough, the coaches don't think quite so much of Crater as they have them listed at number 3. Meanwhile, Ashland is ranked 16th, and as you know, we take 16 teams from the 5A to the playoffs, so Ashland's right there on the bubble. You couldn't be any more on the bubble. They're either going to be the last team in or the first team out, one way or the other. What they're watching is Caldera, and we cannot keep track of Caldera until later, I think even tomorrow. Now, the rankings freeze next week for the 6A on the 21st, and they freeze for the 5A on the 22nd, which would be next Friday. So we're getting close here to the end of the season and not much wiggle room, which is why Ashland might find themselves in a position that they need to win this one. Leading things off for Ashland is Anthony Albano. And Albano will foul the first one off. Out on the mound is that one's going to be popped up right field way, and it foul ball. 0-2. Out on the mound for Crater is Morgan Austin. See if we can't get some information flowing our way. We're having a bit of a difficulty doing that. I got to push that button again. Otherwise, it's not going to let me do it. So it's working. So one away, as I was looking down while that happened. And Trevette steps up there. He'll swing and a miss, and he's at 1-1. Logan Trevette. He looks at ball 2. And 2-1. Misses. 3-1. Fouled away. We'll go 3-2 now. Ashland won the first game, 3-2. Looked like it was going to go into extra innings, but they managed to score. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
And in the background as they play the anthem of all ballparks, Sweet Caroline. Not sure how that became the anthem of all ballparks. But this is the Lithia Superstore game of the day on TableRockSports.net. As we head now to the bottom of the first. Trevette will be out on the mound for the Grizzlies. Again, my estimation would be that Ashland needs this game more so than Crater does. The umpire says there's 2 more warm-up pitches to go. But who needs it the most doesn't necessarily mean that's who wins it. You know, he keeps saying there's a reason why we play the games. Trevette's a left-handed pitcher. I will say this, that Alan out there with his sunglasses, as well as Herman at second base, Hernandez at second base. Their sunglasses keep flashing. A little obnoxious. Lots of them flashing for the Ashland team. Leading things off, Morgan Austin, the pitcher, and he will take ball 1 from Trevette. There's strike 1. The last game was a fairly quick game, started at 3. This one started pretty close to 5, so they went pretty quick last game. Not so sure that that'll be the same this one. There's a little knock out to center field, but coming in and grabbing it is Pennell. 1 away. Mason Snopel will stand in. Long pause by Trevette. Strike 1. Might have been ball 1, but Snopel made an offering at it. Wasn't able to hold up quite like he thought he was going to. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. Good contingent of Ashland fans here today. They're pretty much right behind our broadcast. That's fouled back. We'll stay at 0-2. Crater being number 1, if they were to hold that position and Ashland were to hold number 16, they wouldn't meet each other. They would more than likely, the Snopel sends this out to right field. That's going to get all the way to ground rule double. That bounces over the fence. Smith was giving a chase, but it went over the fence on one hop. Ground rule double for Snopel. That brings up Alex Johnson. Snopel wants to get rid of the hitting paraphernalia and switch it over for base running. But the Crater and Ashland would not play each other in round 1. They would drop or move Ashland up to number 15, and I believe it's Mountainside is in the 15 slot right now. They dropped him down to number 16. Or if they were to win both of these, maybe they'd move to 15. Would Ashland and Caldera would take 16. There's a lot to be determined. That's going to get by Albano and allow Austin, or make that Snopel, to get to third base with ball 1. And the left-handed hitting Johnson at the plate. I believe he's the left fielder today. Foul away. 1-1. I say that because I can find a right fielder, I can find a center fielder, I can't find a left one, so I'm going to assign him the task. That one's shot way out to center field. The ballpark will hold it quite easily as Pennell races back and gets that one. And coming in to score, though, on that sacrifice fly is Snopel. 1-0 in favor of Crater. And the first pitch to Zach Harrington is ball 1. Servette ready to go. Ooh, that one way upstairs. 2-0. The 2-0, strike 1. Three and 1. Three one, foul down the left field line. 3-2. And already they're making Trevette work pretty hard. 15 pitches to get a couple of outs. And that's going to be a fly ball. Is anybody going to get that one? No, they're not. That's going to be all the way to the fence. Johnson is, not Johnson, Harrington standing in at second base. A stand-up double for Harrington with 2 outs. And brings up Carson Nose. Nose is a freshman. Now we make note of that because we were talking about earlier Chandler from Ashland being mentioned in there's ball one. OSAA today state leaders, among the state leaders in hitting. Nose, as a freshman, is among the state leaders in ERA. .94 in 22 plus innings. There's strike one. He plays center field, so and you have to have 20 innings to qualify according to the OSAA. So I'm assuming that with that few innings, he pitches mostly in relief because he's too good of a center fielder to give up. And there's a ground ball. That's going to get all the way through. Harrington rounds third base. He's hustling into home. He's there standing up. 2-0, Crater. And at first base with the RBI single is Nose. 2 away still. And Caleb Cornett. A lefty. Facing a left-handed pitcher. Trevette delivers. Strike one. There's a throw to first. Nose is back. And immediately, he's immediately off the bag. I mean, he didn't even wait until the throw made it all the way back to the mound. He was already dancing off the bag. Strike two called. Cornett looked like he was going to bunt, pulled it back. Now has an 0-2 count. Fouls this one up and out of play. No! I called that one too fast. Aileen gets over there from his third base position and catches it for the third out. We head to the top of the second on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's now Ashland, make that Crater 2. Ashland nothing. John L. Scott. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day on TableRockSports.net. Ashland coming up for the second time. And there's two balls on Bodie Zorek. 3-0. Had to practice. Then almost forgot it. Ball four. So Zorek stands over at first base. Kai Smith will step in. I want to tell you what, if some of these lads turn out for basketball next year, I don't know how many of them are seniors, but they're going to have a tall ball club. There's ball one, and that's going to get by Jing, and it's going to allow Wikers. Hold on, I'll get it right, you Ashland fans. Weiss Zorka to move down to second base. Okay, you have to give me points for being close. But here's the height. I mean, they've got potential coming back. Chandler, well, no, Chandler's graduating, so there's strike one. And we're a 1-1. He's 6'5". He's graduating. But Smith at 6'4", who is at the plate now, and he'll launch that out to right field. But out there is Villarreal. And Villarreal will catch that, and it'll be one away. They've got Weiss Zorik at 6'7". He's a potential to play basketball next year. And they've got some potential height out there. For crying out loud. Brody Allen takes ball one. There's strike one. Trevette has thrown 20. No, not Trevette. I wanted Austin. There's a grounder foul. Or 1-2. Let me get down here. Austin has thrown 26 pitches now. Yeah, I got him wait for it. 26 pitches. 14 of them have been strikes. There's a grounder out to short. Fire it over to first. Not in time. It's going to get by. And here comes Weiss Zorik. And standing down at second base on the error is Allen. Cornett grabbed it, tried to get it over to Harrington, but came in on a bounce. I'm assuming that would be an error. Nope, they're calling it a hit. Single. So that's the way that goes. Hernandez pops it up. Barely got out of play. Colton Hernandez for his first at bat. He's in the hole 0-1. Austin has been around the plate with all of his pitches, so Ashland kind of forced to swing at whatever seems like it's relatively close. This one's popped up. Coming back our way. Nope. Didn't hit us on the head, so I guess we're good. Oh, and 2. And that gets by, and that's going to allow Allen to get down to third base. So that ball gets past Ginge. He's out to talk to his pitcher about this. Orrin Ginge behind the plate. One and two. One in for the Grizzlies. Allen standing down at third base with 1-0. There's another foul out of play. He is intent on hitting somebody on the head. Hernandez is back in there. Ball two. Two and two. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. Rays Mahoney. Call him Reese. I'll change my pronunciation. Reese Mahoney takes ball one. We have Ashland fans right there behind us to help us along. There's strike one. 1-1. There's a grounder right to third. Pick it up, fire over to first, got it. So Snopel getting it over to Harrington to end the inning. And we'll go down to the bottom of the second as we do. It's a 2-1 lead for the Crater Comets on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott, they have real estate offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. We head to the bottom of 2. 2-1. Crater out on top. Tyler Tracy to lead things off. And ball one is the way things get started. Strike one. Gotta do a little fancy work here. See if we can't keep all of our electronics doing the right thing. I think we'll be okay now. 2-1 though is the count. Make it 3-1. Tracy up there for the first time tonight. And launches one to left field. It's played on a hop by White Korzeski. Did it come close? Zorek. There we go. Sorek playing it on a hop. And standing at first base is Tracy. That brings up the catcher, Oren Jeng. He wants to bunt, but they'll throw to first instead. Oh, got to show bunt again. Jing will not get it down. Strike one. Long looking down to the dugout. Everybody looking into the dugout. Long time. Throw to first instead. But we'll stay at 0-1 as Trevette continues to work the runner. Here's again, scored around to bunt. Jing won't get that one down. Throw back. Oh, just getting under the tag was Tracy. And getting strike two is Jing. One on, nobody out, 2 strikes. Simplifies what happens next. Trevette delivers ball 1. That was Trevette's 30th pitch. Be interesting to see how long they let these pitchers go. Weather's not that hot today. There's a swing and a miss, and we have one away. Michael Villery. I've been pronouncing it Villarreal, but it's Villery, according to the PA guy. We will go with Villarreal. And ball 1. Villarreal, a left-hander. There's another throw over to first. But Tracy is back pretty easily. Foul ball. 1-1. And Crater looking to extend the lead. They scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Won the first game. Or make that Ashland won the first game. So Crater would love to get the split. That's inside. 2-1. Trevette has been working over at first base far more than he's worked the plate. That's why we only have a 2-1 count. Down low, 3-1. So, Villarreal getting ready to do a hump. He's going to walk. There's ball 4.
On to bat number 3,
Morgan Austin. So we're back to the top of the lineup. Austin is 0 for 1. That's going to be out of play down the right field line, way out of play. We'll go 0-1. Giving chase to that was Smith, but nowhere close. Trevette delivers inside. Throw down to third. It's going to go out to left field. Here comes Tracy around to score and into third base, and that's going to get away. And coming in to score from there is going to be Villarreal. 2 score on the error. Couple of errors, really. And Austin's left at the plate. One and one count on Austin. And he'll pop it out of play. Go 1-2. Swing and a miss. I'll just throw down and do the old strike him out, throw him out to get the second out of the inning.
up to bat number 6, Mason Snowball.
There's strike 1 to Snowball, who's 1 for 1 on the day. A double for Snowball. Way, way, way high. 1-1. Misses. 2-1. And there's 2-2. Nobody on base for Snowball, but 2 in again in this inning. They'll go unearned against Trevette. Ball 3. Everybody from Ashland wants to discuss where that pitch was at. It's amazing how if you shift your angle, though, just a little bit to the plate, you don't necessarily see it like the umpire does. That's fouled out of play. Snowpole steps back in. I got to get rid of my base runners. That one's out of play. We'll stay at 3-2. 2 away. Snowpole trying to keep the inning going. Already 2 in for the Comets. Ball 4.
Up to bat, number 25, Alex Johnson.
Johnson will step up. He has an RBI. I think he was on by means of a fielder's choice. Nope, I'll take it back. He had a sacrifice fly. That's how come he's got the RBI. But no official at bat. There's strike 1. That throw over to first is not in time for anything. Snowball was back pretty easily. There's now Snowball down to second base. He's in. No, they got him. Thought for sure he had that one, but the umpire said, nope, I don't think so. We head to the top of the third. As we do, it's now a 4-1 lead for Crater on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day on TableRockSports.net. It's a 4-1 lead, just for those of you that might be listening in from Ashland. Only 2 of those runs, though, are earned. So Trevette's only given up 2 earned runs. Austin Morgan out on the mound. And it's ball 1. There's a bouncer right back to Morgan and 1 away, just like that. So, Austin, he who sounds like he's got 2 first names, Morgan Austin. "39 pitches for Austin to this point. I got 38. 39 now with that ball. There's ball 2. Albano 0 for 1. Strike 1. struck out his first time at bat. He's going to get popped up this time. Taking it at first base is Harrington. Well, it scared everybody there as he just about overran the ball. Had to lean back for it. Trevette. Let's see what he can get done. He'll foul the first pitch. Throws left-handed when he's pitching. Bats right-handed. Not necessarily an anomaly, but not something you see with regularity either. That's a line drive out to left field, and Trevette is on base. Plays there with 2 out. Chandler will step in there. Chandler is 0 for 1. He also struck out in the first inning. This is where Chandler can be his most dangerous. Strike 1. Austin ready with the 0-1 pitch. Nope, gonna fire it to first. And Trevette is back. Seen a lot of pickoff attempts by both squads. One and one. Couldn't find any names from either school. That's among the speedsters on the base path. Safe again, Trevette. But they must see something. Both sides must see something in the running game that allows them to think that quite possibly they can get it out. There's a swing and a miss by Chandler. 1 and 2. Long look. Ball 2, 2 and 2. Told you Chandler won't be coming back next year. He's a senior, 6'5". So when you throw one that's high for him, it's really high. There's another one that's high. 3 and 2. You don't dare drop one in the strike zone, though. Chandler's too good of a hitter for that. That would not be the thing to do. There's a throw over. But again, Trevette's back. Austin comes set one more time. The 3-2. Swung on and set out to left field, but circling underneath it is Kaiser. And that will end the inning. We head down to the bottom of the third. It remains a 4-1 lead for Crater. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning
The Lithia Superstore Game of the Day coming to you from Anhorn Field. Like in the opening comments, I told you it was a Crater High School. We're not. We're at Anhorn Field in Central Point. The Comets play their games here as opposed to on campus like some schools do. I do about, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4th high school, different high school that I've called a game for. 2 of them have their baseball field on campus and 2 of them off campus. As we fill you with all forms of trivia. Johnson, the DH, that's what he's playing. He is the DH. Keyser is out in left field. We got all that finally solved. And Johnson, the DH, will foul it. Off of his foot. The umpire and the catcher go out there, look back at Johnson, and looks like he's okay, so they're okay. Everybody will come back. Courtesy to let the player work the tingles out. The 0-1 pitch coming up from Trevette to Johnson. He puts down a bunt. That's going to go down the left field, third base line. And they're not going to get him. Aylen had it, but he quickly realized he had no throw. And he also realized that if he did throw it, it was going clear over everybody's head. So he wisely hung on to it. 1 away, nobody out. Harrington at the plate, looking to bunt. He bunts it. He's going to get this right back to Trevette, who will pop it over to first. But that will be good enough to get Johnson down to second base with 1 away. Nose, who is 1 for 1, has an RBI. And the single is what he has. He has not scored, though, otherwise he'd have ones everywhere. 1 away. Johnson down at second base. Nose looking to move him along. There's strike 1. No indication from Nose that he's too interested in bunting. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Trevette and Hernandez out there exchanging signals. Hernandez is right behind Johnson, walking right with him. Trevette delivers. This one's popped up. Giving chase. I don't think they're going to get there. Nope. Foul ball. 0-2. Chandler was coming. Smith was going out. Smith coming in. But there is no way for either one of them to get there on time. Trevette. A long look. Now he finally comes set. And delivers outside. 1-2. Looking for an out is what the Grizzlies are looking for. Meanwhile, Crater's looking to score again. They have scored in both innings so far. That one's going to be right to Aylen at third. He'll fire it over to first. Oh, I'll tell you what. Chandler barely got that into the webbing of his mitt. But they get the out. Umpire said it was on time. Chandler held. 2 away, but it did move Johnson down to third base. There's ball 1 to Cornett, who's also 0 for 1. And he'll foul this one away. One and one, 2 away. But Johnson stands at third for the Comets. Strike 2. A high strike that time. To Cornett. Trevette strike away from getting out of this with no run scored. Not gonna, yep, it is gonna happen as Aylen picks it up and fires the first. And that will end the inning. To the top of 4 we go. It's still a 4-1 lead for Crater. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. At the plate as we start the top of the 5th is Albano, I think. Missed the number as he was walking up there. He goes 2-0. Nope. I was wrong. It's Weiserek. And Weiserek sends it out to left field. Keyser's over there. Keyser has it. No, he dropped it. And Weiserek will stand at second base. Well, let's see if there's generosity there. And they count that as a hit. Keyser was there. And had it in the glove. If you're at the major league level, that's definitely, well, they're going to call it a double. Major league level, that's definitely an error, but this is not Major League Baseball. Smith, we'll see if he can get Weiserek in. Pops it out to the right field, and Valerill will not get there. Just a long strike. Austin ready to deliver again. There's ball 1. 1-1. That's going to be at the center field. Diving and not coming up with it. And now they're going to get it out there. Here comes one run in. Weiserek. And is standing at second base is Smith. Nose made a diving attempt to grab that, but could not come up with it. Villarreal went over there, grabbed it, and finally got it back in, but too late to prevent the run. 4-2 now on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Still nobody out. And standing down at second base is Smith. Aylen at the plate. Takes strike one. Aylen is 1 for 1. A single the first time. Swing and a miss at one that was probably too low. 0-2. The 0-2 misses way upstairs. 1-2. There's a bouncer right back to Austin. He fires it over to third. Got him. And threw out Smith. Wasn't a force. Well, they had to apply the tag, but certainly did so in time. One away. And does leave Aylen standing at first base, though, with only one out. Hernandez. See if he can't move Aylen along in some form. There's strike one. Aylen looking to send this. Oh, 2-1 or 1-1. Now Aylen would love to send this baseball somewhere. That goes foul. 1-2. Throw over. Safe. As Aylen. Austin taking a look. Now Hernandez. Inside. 2-2. That's popped up. Villarreal giving chase again. Foul ball. It's close. The ball would have hung up there another half second. I think Villarreal would have had it. All it is a long strike. We just stay at 2-2. Hernandez returns to the plate. Aylen is over at first base. Foul back. We'll stay at 2-2. Austin's had a lot of pitches this inning. Ball. Strike 3. For the second out, I thought it was ball 3 there for a moment by the umpire's reaction. But not so much. It's a strikeout. That gets us to Mahoney. Austin's first pitch to him is foul. 0-1. Mahoney looking for his first something. Swing and a miss. 0-2. What do we got here? I got a conference with the third base coach. And checking with Ginge to make sure he's okay after the foul ball went off of him. Everybody says they're good. We'll go back to playing ball. Two away now, 0-2 count. Aylen over at first, one in the inning for Ashland. That bounces into the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2 swing and popped up. Austin's underneath it and has it. And that will retire the side. To the bottom of 4. It's now a 4-2 game on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Crater leading it by 2. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Sports are in trouble, and officials are in extreme demand.
So we're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents, and community members.
What it takes is attention to detail,
A positive attitude and respect for the game.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
because the hard truth is,
No ref, no game. Play ball.
C123 right now at Abby's. Abby's BLT celebration is on. 1. Grab a large for under $20. 2. Go giant and get 50% more pizza. 3. Sauce it up with our new signature sauces. Now that's legendary. Our BLT pizza is loaded with 2 kinds of bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and real cheese, all on our hand-rolled dough. Celebrate birthdays, graduations, and sports parties for less with our BLT. It's as easy as ABC. Order now at abbys.com.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. With the National Karastan Month Style Meets Savings event, get the lowest prices of the year on all luxurious Karastan flooring and save up to $1,000 or more. Plus, ask about special no-interest financing. Elevate your home during National Karastan Month Savings with Style, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
The Lithia Superstore game of the week, the day, the night, whatever it might be, is what you're listening to. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, out here at Anhorn Park, there is strike 1 to Tracy. Tracy is 1 for 1. That's down low. 1-1. Tracy has a single for now in his second at bat. Strike. 1-2. Trevette holding up pretty well out here. There's one that's going to be sent out to center field. And grabbing it on the run is Pennell. Whoa, Nelly, a sliding catch in addition to doing it on the run, and he held on to it. One away. Ginge at the plate. He'll foul it back. Strike one. One and one. Game getting a little slower the longer we go here. There's strike two. But they say the beauty of baseball is there's no clock. So we'll just take our time and work our way through it, and eventually we'll get there. That one misses. 2-2. There's strike three.
Up to bat, number 4,
Villery. Keep calling him Villarreal, but Villery. Forget the AL. Villery is at the plate. That last piece of, for me, not for you people. You already know that. Villery will swing and miss. The first offering from Lovett. Or Trivette, not Lovett. Logan Trivette. Trivette with strike two. 0-2. There's going to be sent out to center field. Pennell's got another running catch. Good grief, that's two of them. No wonder he's out in center field. We head to the top of the fifth. As we do, it's still a 4-2 lead for Crater on the John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day on TableRockSports.net. We are headed to the top of the fifth. And a 4-2 lead for Crater. And there it is. Strike one from Austin to get things started off. to Pinnell. Whoa! Pinnell just got hit. Not sure he knows where he's at. What am I supposed to do? Is they going to say that's a strike? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have a replay. I don't have it set up. Oh, what's that?
That didn't sound like a bat.
No, that sounded like a helmet. That's what everybody's discussing. From our perspective here, it was a helmet. But our perspective doesn't matter either. So, okay, I'll take him off the base. I had him already down there.
That was a hit.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly the right call. Yeah, they got it right.
That's what I don't like baseball.
Oh, they got it right. That's all that matters. That was, you could definitely hear. There's a difference between the metallic sound of the bat and the plastic of a helmet. And that was definitely plastic of helmet from, well, most of us could hear. So that leaves one on, nobody out as we get things started here. That's only the second walk given up by Austin. Albano, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 2, standing there. Takes ball 1. There's a throw over. No. Back is Pinnell. I know that sometimes the commissioners and others that do the teaching of the umpires listen to this broadcast. I'd like to say to them that those guys getting it together and getting it right. That's swung on. Right out the shortstop, fire over there. Not going to get 2 though. Yes, they do get 2. As somehow or another, Harrington hung on to it. Cornett got it to Tracy. Tracy got it over to Harrington, and I don't know how Harrington held on to it, but he managed to. And it looked like it was just going to bounce away in the dirt, but he got there and kept it in. 2 away now on that double play. Travat looks at ball 1. But anyway, back to what I was saying to those that do the judging of other umpires. It gives a lot of confidence to everybody. And if there's a ball 2, if there's another dubious call, the umpires are going to get the benefit of the doubt because they got this one right. There's a little dribbler foul. It's important stuff. Doesn't seem like it would be that important, but it is. Our camera running out of juice? We hope not. 2-1 count. Travat looking to drive it somewhere to keep this inning going. Strike 2. There's a shot. Whoa! Right back to Austin, who snags it. Everybody on both sides laughing about that one. Quick reflexes by Morgan Austin that time as we head to the bottom of 5. It's still a 4-2 lead for Crater on the John L. Scott scoreboard. They have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
It's the Lithia Superstore game of the day on TableRockSports.net as we get ready to start the bottom of inning number 5. And Crater will send up.
On to bat number 3,
Austin, the pitcher and the leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 2. Trevette still out on the mound. And strike 1. That's popped up and out of play. Safely out of play. 0 and 2. Misses 1 and 2. May not be able to see it on the camera, but the weather's changing. Clouds are moving in. Wind is blowing. 2 and 2. All amateur meteorologists trying to figure out what that means. Boy. 1 for 1 on the day. Harrington, one though, is a double. They want to run for Johnson. Courtesy runner, as they call him these days. That would be Brady Grether. And that would also be a meeting on the mound for Ashland. That would also mean that I should tell you to discover the vibrant lifestyle at Twin Creeks Retirement in Central Point. Enjoy spacious apartments, gourmet dining, and enriching activities in a welcoming community. Learn more at TwinCreeksRetirement.com. And check out the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the A Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9, and streaming live at the asportsradio.com. It says here on my copy, you'll hear NFL play games. Let me help you out. You're going to hear NBA. I believe the NBA Finals will be on the Ace. And Joe can send me a text while I still have juice in my phone and tell me if I'm wrong. But I believe I saw something where they're going to carry the College World Series, at least the final 3 games that are the championship. I can be wrong about that, you know. Believe it or not, people told me I've been wrong before. I don't understand how, but that's what they've told me. So, some stuff coming up on the Ace. Hang around and listen. Balk. They balked while I was reading. That scores Snopel And it sends Gether to second base. I got to get all this straightened out. And the next pitch is down low. 1-0. Harrington, having already got a double on the day, looking for another one. 5-2 now for Crater. That'll be out to Pinnell. Pinnell won't get that one. That one's going to fall down. In fact, it's going to bounce by him. Coming all the way around from second base is going to be Grether. And Grether will score to make it a 6-2 game. And standing down at second base is Harrington. Still only one away. Now Ashland has a decision to make. They need to figure out whether they want to continue with Trevette, which it looks like they will. And hopefully he can get him to the 7th. Or they want to pull him now. Here's Nose. 1 for 2. That's way high. Ashland has 3 next week with Thurston. Allen misses. 2-0. As they're in a position where every game is important for them. Strike 1. The Thurston Colts, generally a powerhouse baseball team, down a little bit this year. Ashland will be looking to take advantage of that next week as they close out the season. And misses. 3-1. And that'll happen on a Tuesday and a Thursday as the rankings for the 5A will freeze on Friday, so you're not. Can't play any games after Friday. Certainly some of the schools will play on Friday. Swing and a miss. 3-2. As Nose tries to extend the inning. I have to keep looking on all my apps to make sure I'm right because the scoreboard's been notoriously wrong today. There's a slam, clear out to center field. Pinnell's there again. Here's the second out of the inning. Let's give him a gold glove out there in center field. He has really kept things from being worse for Ashland. I'll tell you that. That's the 3rd good catch. Cornett will step in. He's 0 for 2. He's 2 away. Strike 1. Harrington out at second. Looking to score. Strike 2. So Trevette's got a 0-2 count on Cornett. Opportunity to get the 3rd out. Strike 3 called, and there it is. We head to the top of 6 as we do. It's now Crater 6, Ashland 2 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
With the Lithia Superstore game of the day on TableRockSports.net. Weiserek slams one out to right field. No! Falling down and having to get over his head is Smith. Weiserek is around second. He's steaming into third. The throw is too late. He's there sliding. And Weiserek has the lead-off triple. Don't think they're going to call that a single and an error. It just bounced right over the head of Smith. No, not Smith. Valerie. Yeah, they do call it a single. Well, they're way behind. I don't know what they're doing. Smith is up now. And he's at 1-1. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Down low, 2-2. There's a one hopper right to third and over. And Snopel throws out. They've got it wrong on the thing. Smith for the first out. Coming in to score is Weiserek. There's strike one to what I believe is Smith. This is strike one to Smith. So it's Chandler. I was on the wrong one myself, I guess. Chandler's the one that scored. That's a 1-1 count on Smith. Strike two. 1-2. There's a slap up the middle. And turning the corner is Smith standing at first base. And there's only one away. Now we get Allen. On the wrong line. So Chandler had the triple that came in to score. Weiserek was the out. Coming in to run. Well, we don't have a 14, so no 14 on the Ashland roster, but he's out there. Smits running. I don't have a Smits on my roster, so that's about all I know about him. There's a foul ball. Halen in the hole, 0-1. Oh, we had such great weather throughout the whole day, and now here we get down to the last two innings, and maybe not so much. Austin peering in. There. Delivers, checks, swing. 1-1. Long look by Austin. Finally delivers and that misses. Swings and misses. Halen. 1-2. Comes set again. Foul. Stay at 1-2. Throw over. I have a pinch hitter coming up. No, Colton Hernandez is next. That one's backing out of play. Austin takes a look over to first. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away. Hernandez. 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. There's ball 1. 1-0. Foul. Woo! That one almost got a spectator. 1-2. I mean, the spectator ducked. It still missed him by about 6 inches. That was almost bad news right there. A throw over, but Schmitz is back pretty easily. Hernandez stands in there. It's a 1-1 count, they say. Now, 1-2 now. That foul. One-two count pitch coming up from Austin as he tries to close the inning. He delivers, swing and a miss, and he does. We go to the bottom of 6. As we do, it's a 6-3 lead for the Crater Comets over the Ashland Grizzlies on the John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott with offices in Ashland, Medford, and Eugene.
It's game time.
And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
I would just. This is the Lithia Superstore game of the day, as we discussed getting hit by a baseball. But I have been hit by a baseball while I was at a baseball game. I would say that that's not the most fun experience I've ever had. Just, you know, it was one of those that, honestly, I wasn't the only one that almost got hit. I'm the one that got hit. We lost it. The spectators, we lost it in the sun. Could not find it at all. Here's Trevette pitching to Tracy. Tracy takes strike one. And ball one from Trevette. Tracy's 1 for 2. That's way off the mark. 2-1. Trevette's worked hard out there. His shirt's untucked. And dirt all over him. Strike 2. 2-2. Fouled away. Still a 2-2. The 2-2 fouled away. Everybody moved a little faster this time. So as they saw the foul ball coming this way, they were all on the move. That one's popped up, giving chases Chandler. He's got it. One away. Ginge at the plate. 0 for 2. He struck out twice. There's strike one on a swing and a miss. Ginge is up there with one away. Base is empty. Looking for his first hit. That's fouled right off of Albano. They'll give him a second to recover. He indicates the umpire is okay. Good grief. Home plate's been a dangerous place today. That's why I'm not there. I don't think I have the reflexes to move quickly enough at all for anything. Here's the 0-2 from Trevette. Misses. Ball one. Swing and a miss. There's 2 down. Villery. We'll see if he can do something to keep the inning alive. 2 quick ones here for the Ashland Grizzlies as they look for a third out. Ball 1. There's a slap out to right field. And Villery. Whoa. Oh, oh, man, he was just jogging down to first base. And Smith saw that, picked it up, and fired it quickly to Chandler. They almost had him. That was close. And on the way out to the mound is Gerald Roundtree. I believe that's probably about it for Trevette. I'll get somebody to put the clamps on this game.
There's bullpen activity too out there.
Let's see what they. That doesn't look like Coach Roundtree's going to. Yeah, I did. Yeah. They're giving him a different mitt. And so, what do we have going on out here? Trevette is headed to the outfield. And we'll have to see if. I'm chuckling. But Weiserick at 6'7" was standing next to Pinnell. And Pinnell is all of, I got to find Pinnell's number, 5'9". There's almost a foot disparity there between them. So that looked kind of funny there for the moment. On the mound is going to be Chandler. He'll come over from first base. And we'll find out who plays first base momentarily. Am I right?
No, I think
It's 8. Smith.
Yeah.
Smith, not Chandler. Smith. And that's why the change, because then Trevette will be in center field. Pinnell will move over to left. Weiserick will go to right. And Smith will be in to pitch. Did you get all that? Because there will be an exam at some point before the season is over. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find out what's going on. And while they keep promising us no rain, we're becoming more skeptical by the moment. Because I think I'm feeling it just a bit. 2 away. Kai Smith is in to shut things down. Morgan. Will be, or Austin. Morgan Austin. We put it that way, then we're right. Austin at the plate. Smith now pitching. Fire over to first. At back is Villery. They're taking off, and they're not going to care, is Villery, who goes down to second base. But Ashland, in the form of Albano, didn't even throw. I believe they call that indifference. Smith ready to go. Villery now. Well, they said it was a balk. That's going to go out of play. Long strike. So they called a balk. I don't keep track of balks, but I think that was the second one. Excuse me. Servette ended up throwing 108 pitches, 73 of them for strikes. There's the throw back to second, but nothing doing. Villery was the only one there. Mahoney, not even in the ballpark. And that pitch comes up short. 1-1. Smith fires, misses, 2-1. So your favorite team will be playing and ending the regular season next week. Some with non-conference games, some with conference games. And that's going to get by Albano. That's going to allow Villery to get to third, but no further. And then playoffs start. 1 week from Monday, playoffs will be underway. May your team make the playoffs and have some success. That's what we'll tell you. Don't know who you root for, but may they get there. Ooh, that's way inside. Ball 4. First and third, 2 away. As Austin walks, now Snopel at the plate. He's 2 for 2. A double and a triple, or a double and a single. And taking off is Austin, and he'll get down to second base. As the ball got lost a little bit by Albano. Oops, don't want to clear. Second and third, the Comets look to add a little more. Already have a 3-run lead, but 2 outs here. The bottom of the 6th. Smith trying to close things out for the Grizzlies. That's inside. 2-0. That came really close to hitting Snopel. That's way, way, way up in the air. Pinnell is there. No, it's not going to be Pinnell. This time it'll be Trevette who grabs it to end the inning. We head to the top of the 7th as we do. It's a 6-3 lead for Crater on the old scoreboard. John L. Scott scoreboard with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. We start the 7th inning on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net. Ashland will start out with Mahoney, Pennell, Albano. That's your 3 that are scheduled to hit. Out on the mound, Mason Snopel. Tracy is over at third. Austin moves to shortstop. Everybody else stays. So Snopel will see if he can. We'll see if he can get this closed out for him. Got 1 inning. Got 3 outs that he has to get. Mahoney's the first challenge. Mahoney is 0 for 2. Ashland needs 3 to force things. 4 to put themselves ahead. Swing and a miss. Down low, 1-1. Down low again, 2-1. Foul. 2-2. Everybody nods are okay. I think that ticked again. The umpire again giving him a little time to assure the bench he's fine. The 2-2 swung on and sent to center field. And there with the leadoff single is Mahoney. Pennell steps to the plate. 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Mahoney threatened and then retreated. Ashland has only gotten 1 walk from the Crater Comet pitchers. Swing and a miss. 0-2. They've struck out 6 times. The 0-2 from Snowpole. Down low. Blocked. Nobody can go anywhere. 1-2. And there's struck 3. 1 away. Albano 1 for 3, or 0 for 3. Struck out once. I'd like to keep him an 0 for something. That's up in the sky. Going to let the first baseman take it, and he does. Harrington grabs it for the second out. So 2 big ones in the books for Snopel and the Crater Comets That brings up Trevette. 1 for 3. A single on the day. There's strike 1. That's down low, 1-1. Snowball delivers. Foul into the Crater dugout. 1-2. Not seriously, bouncing on its way. But it was not handled cleanly either. I just want to say the dugout did not handle that cleanly. Snowball delivers. That one misses down low. 2-2. Looking for a final out, final strike is what Snowball's looking for. And that's going to be sent out to the shortstop over to Harrington, and Austin handles it nicely, and that will end the game. It's a final here in Anhorn Field. Make sure that my
I'm not quite sure.
get my numbers right here before I put them up. And so Crater wins this one by a count of 6-3. We invite you now to stay tuned for the Know Your Role post-game show. You can visit, and you should visit, travelmedford.org/knowyourrole to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better, and to learn about your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. We'll have a short recap for you right after this on TableRockSports.net.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
It's the Know Your Role post-game show on TableRockSports.net, and it's a split in this doubleheader for Ashland and Crater. Ashland winning the first one 3-2, if I remember what I'm talking about. Yes, they won it 3-2, and Crater come back to win the nightcap 6-3. Crater got on the board in the bottom of the first inning. Alex Johnson hit a sacrifice fly, and Nose then singled to left, and both of those scored a run, and it was 2-0 after the first inning. The Comets added 2 more in the second when Ashland committed an error. That made the score 4-1. That actually allowed one error, allowed 2 runs to score. Austin earned the win for Crater. He surrendered 6 hits and 3 runs. One of them was earned over 6 innings, struck out 6, walked 1. Logan Trevette took the loss. He went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 6 runs, 4 earned on 9 hits, striking out 6 and walking 2. Crater amassed 9 hits in the game. Harrington, Johnson, and Mason Snopel each collected 2. And those 3, Harrington, Johnson, and Nose, also drove in a run. Meanwhile, for Ashland, Kai Smith and Bodie Weiserek were a 1-2 punch in the lineup as each drove in 1 run for the Ashland Grizzlies. Ashland will travel to Thurston for their next game. That'll be on Tuesday night. And Crater will be taking on Springfield. That will be here Tuesday. And then there will be the doubleheader Thursday in Springfield for Crater. As we say, next week is it. That's the only hope you have to get your team into the playoffs. I don't know if Ashland did themselves any favors or not. They split. That's better than having lost 2.